Imagine one day, chilling around on your internet radio, only to find a station playing old radio programs, complete with commercials, and thinking, what am I tuning into? The past? You might be, or it's just JJRB online and radio land. It takes nothing but classic radio shows, back-to-back, classic commercials in between. Like the days of radio. Almost like your computer is picking up signals through time. Closer than you'll ever get to time travel. Radio land.
Coast to coast and way out there, fans. Listen up. If you like UFO conspiracies, ghosts, and the paranormal, you'll love Spaced Out Radio. Spreaker's answer to Coast AM with more interesting guest experts in the paranormal and UFOs each month. If you like Way Out There, you'll love Spaced Out Radio. Own the night with Spaced Out Radio with Dave Scott. Nightly at 11 p.m. Central, 12 o'clock midnight Eastern, and 9 p.m. Pacific. On Spreaker, on Periscope, and on Deep Talk Radio Network.
Yeah, you can hear that again tonight right here on Spreaker. You can tune in to the program. Dave Scott has interesting guests on, and he has a great program. You have to check it out. He always has interesting guests, too. That's tonight right here on Spreaker, 9:05 Pacific Time, 11:05 Central Time, midnight Eastern, right here on Spreaker. And he has all kinds of interesting things. He talks about the strange, the bizarre, the unusual. And we'll do a shout out coming up later on tonight. Later on this morning, we'll have our shout out for you here on Gary J in the Morning. I'll tell you what's going on across America. Getting close to it's about 10:55 Central Daylight Time, and that is of course 8:55 in the Pacific. Close to 9 a.m. your Pacific time. Let's take a look at our weather on the fives across America. Take a look at some temperatures and see what's going on. Really nice. It's kind of cool in the morning for San Francisco as you get close to 9 a.m. there. 62 degrees. Manhattan's checking 75. Atlanta, Georgia's 80 under partly cloudy skies as they are now at getting close to noon. Chicago, Illinois, 79 degrees under sunny skies, and Boston, Massachusetts at 70 degrees. Houston, Texas, checking in with showers in the vicinity and 74 degrees. Weather on the fives, 25 and 45 minutes past the hour on all music shows, 25 and 55 on all talk shows, or whenever anytime in the hour. It ends in 5, 10, 15, 25, 25, 35, 45, 55 past. You know how that goes. Weather on the fives right here on GJRB. Thanks a lot for listening today. Gary J in the Morning. And, of course, we've got another hour of good stuff coming your way. So I hope you'll stay with me this hour. Gary J in the Morning. Got some new music coming up. So you'll want to check that out. Got some really good stuff on the way. And some new emerging artists that we've been playing. And I love playing those, too. I love playing emerging artists. So we got some new music coming up next hour, so stay with me here on GJRB Online. Here on Spreaker, close to the hour. It is 3 minutes before 11 o'clock Central Daylight Time. I'm Gary J. Russin, and good morning to you. Here is the news right now. The driver has been charged with the murder of 7 bikers after that devastating crash in New Hampshire. It was a horrible crash in New Hampshire. Over in Concord, the driver of a pickup truck that was involved in that fiery collision in the rural New Hampshire highway was killed. 7 motorcyclists was charged on Monday with 7 counts of negligent homicide. And records show that he was drunk. He was stopped on suspicion of being drunk. He's got some kind of it sounds like he's like Russian or something. It's got a hard name. I can't even pronounce it. Volodymyr Dimer Zukvosky or something like that. 23. He was arrested on Monday morning at his home in West Springfield, Massachusetts, and New Hampshire Attorney General's office said he will be arraigned on Tuesday in Lancaster, New Hampshire, according to authorities. And he was charged with 7 counts. They say that he was already pulled over once before for the same thing, being drunk. He was handed over to the New Hampshire authorities after a brief court appearance on Monday at Springfield, Massachusetts. So he is being arrested for 7 counts. 7 counts, folks, of homicide in that crash. President Trump saying that columnist he accused him of rape is not his type. Yeah. He said that the reporter known as Jean Carroll, who had one time had a cable talk show, he said that she accused him of raping her in a department store dressing room. President Trump, and the story is not coming up. Of course, why would it? I'm not getting that story. It should be coming up, and it's not. So I'll give you more details when I get that story up. Meanwhile, in other news, let's take a look at other stories coming up. We'll be following this morning on the Gary J. in the Morning Show. Bill O'Reilly's dropping accidental truth bomb on U.S. history of racist white man. Oh boy, here we go. Bill O'Reilly's going to get accidental truth bomb on U.S. history of racist white men. Going to talk about that later on this hour. Part of our talking here. Play some music and talk. Laura Ingraham on Trump. We must provide resources to the Americans in need before illegal immigrants. And we'll talk about that one. And report raises questions on whether Representative Omar married brother. Really? We're going to talk about that one. I had a good picture of Omar on Facebook the other day, and I got to tell you, folks, picture of Omar. I can't remember who else was with her, and Omar and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and missing one person, Nancy Pelosi, and it could have been a complete female version of the Three Stooges. Yeah, how about that? Anyway, Gary J. in the morning. We'll be right back. I'm going to be back with more good stuff after we take this break for station identification. This is the GJRB Online Network.